Alright, imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, maybe looking for some spare change for a coffee. You pull out a penny, just an old 1973 D Lincoln penny. No big deal, right? But hold on. What if I told you that little copper coin could be worth a whopping $1.1 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A single penny that could buy you a house, a fancy car, or even an all-you-can-eat taco buffet for life. Come on, a penny worth over $1 million? This has to be a joke. But stick with me, because today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins, hidden treasures, and how your everyday pocket change might just be hiding a fortune. First things first, what's the deal with this 1973 D Lincoln penny? Why would someone pay over $1 million for a coin that's barely worth 1 cent in regular circulation? Well, let's start with the basics. The D Mint mark on the penny means it was struck at the Denver Mint. In 1973, millions of these pennies were made, specifically, over 3.5 billion of them. That's billion with a B. So, it's safe to say they're not exactly rare, or are they? Here's where it gets interesting. Some of these pennies weren't just your ordinary, run-of-the-mill coins. Some had unique minting errors, rare variations, or pristine conditions that turned them into serious collector's items. And when coin collectors go wild for something, the prices skyrocket. Now, let's talk about what makes one of these pennies worth more than $1 million. One of the key things collectors look for is minting errors. These little imperfections can turn an ordinary coin into a jackpot. The most famous errors on 1973 D pennies include: this happens when the coin is struck twice by the die, causing letters, numbers, or Lincoln's face to appear doubled. If you spot this, you might just have a fortune in your hand. Sometimes, the coin blank doesn't align properly during minting, causing an off-center image. The more dramatic the error, the more valuable the penny. This is when the penny is accidentally struck on a planchet, blank metal disc, meant for another coin, like a dime or nickel. These mix-ups can be worth thousands. The higher the grade, the higher the price. Even if you don't have an error penny, your 1973 D Lincoln penny could still be worth serious money if it's in mint condition. Collectors use the Sheldon coin grading scale, which goes from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, a near-perfect MS65 or higher. Now we're talking hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and an MS68 or MS69? That's where you hit the $1 million jackpot. One of these near-perfect pennies, graded MS69 by PCGS, sold at auction for $1.1 million. Imagine finding that in your piggy bank. Now, I gotta tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was helping my grandpa clean out his old garage. We found this dusty old jar filled with pennies, some dating back to the 1940s. So, being the coin nerd I am, I started going through them. I found a 1973 D penny with a slight doubling on the date. My heart was racing. Could this be my golden ticket? Could I be the next person to sell a penny for $1 million? Well, turns out, it was only worth about $10. Still cool, but no mention buying money. But hey, that's the fun of coin collecting. You never know when you'll strike gold, or in this case, copper. Alright, folks, now it's your turn. Go check your coin jars, your piggy banks, even the change in your car's cup holder. You never know, you might be sitting on a 1973 D Lincoln penny worth thousands or even $1 million, and if you do find something special, make sure to get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. That's the only way to know for sure if you've got a treasure. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I post videos on valuable coins, hidden treasures, and how to turn pocket change into serious cash. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment below and let me know what's the most valuable coin you've ever found. Imagine walking around your house, flipping through a jar of pennies and finding a coin that could be worth a small fortune. You've probably seen pennies lying around all your life. But what if I told you that one simple, seemingly useless penny could be worth over $1,000? Yup, you heard that right. The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. It's not just a coin you toss into a fountain and forget about. It's a treasure waiting to be found, and today, we're diving into why this little guy could make your wallet a whole lot heavier. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts. Welcome to the channel where we break down everything you need to know about coins that could be hiding in your pocket or right under your couch cushions. You're in the right place if you want to learn about the treasures that could be lurking in your change drawer. The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. Trust me, this coin may look like just another penny, but when you dig deeper, you might be looking at an unexpected windfall. So grab your magnifying glass, your favorite snack, and let's dive into this rare coin story. Let's start with the basics. In 1980, the US Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies, but some of them were missing a mint mark. Normally, you'll find a letter like D for Denver or S for San Francisco on the back of a coin, but in some rare cases, a penny was struck without one. And guess what? That little omission makes all the difference. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a penny, right? And you'd be partially right. It's just a regular penny, but that lack of mint mark turns this coin into a rarity. See, the absence of the mint mark on the 1980 penny was no accident. This production error makes it more desirable to collectors, which is why some of these pennies are worth a solid $1,200 or even more. Here's the fun part. Most pennies you find today are minted with either a D or S, but if you pull out a 1980 penny and find it lacking a mint mark, ding ding ding, you've got something special. Before you start diving into every coin jar, be sure to check for the correct condition. The more pristine the coin, the more it's worth. A penny that's seen better days, like one that's been through the washing machine or thrown around a parking lot, is less likely to fetch you that $1,200 price tag. You'll want a penny that's in at least good condition, preferably uncirculated, to see top dollar. Speaking of pennies, let me tell you a quick story from my childhood. I used to be obsessed with collecting coins, and I'd spend hours digging through my dad's change jar, hoping to find something rare. One day, I came across what I thought was the jackpot, a penny from 1955. My heart raced, but as soon as I showed it to my dad, he burst my bubble. It wasn't the famous double die variety. Just a regular old penny, but here's the kicker. A few weeks later, I found a 1976 penny with a slight misstrike. It wasn't worth a fortune, but I sold it for a nice profit, which helped me realize that sometimes, the real gems are in the most unexpected places. And that's how coin hunting works. One moment, you're sifting through change like it's no big deal, and the next, you find yourself holding something that could pay for a vacation. Now that you know what makes it rare, you're probably asking, why are collectors willing to shell out so much for a penny? Well, the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how small production errors can lead to huge value. Collectors want coins with interesting quirks, errors, and history. The more limited the supply, the more demand there is, and that's exactly what you have with this penny. Think of it like that limited edition collectible toy you wanted as a kid. Everyone else wanted it, too. It was rare, it was cool, and it was a piece of history. Same thing here with the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. It's not just a coin, it's a piece of US history that connects the past to the present, and collectors are all over it. Tips for finding more valuable coins now. If you're sitting here thinking, I need more of these, don't worry. I got you. Here are a few tips to help you spot coins that are worth more than their face value. Missing mint marks, double strikes, off-center prints, and other errors can make a coin worth much more. Some years are simply more valuable than others. A 1943 steel penny, for example, can go for thousands. Coins in better condition will always fetch higher prices. If your pennies look shiny and new, that's a good sign. Keep up with coin collecting trends. The market fluctuates, so knowing what's hot can help you maximize your profits. So there you have it. The 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny might just be sitting in your pocket right now, waiting to make you a cool $1,200 or more. Who knew a penny could be so powerful? But finding a valuable coin isn't just about luck, it's about knowing where to look, what to look for, and being patient. If you enjoyed learning about the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny and want to learn more about coins that could be worth big money, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest tips and tricks. Trust me, you don't want to miss the next treasure hunt. And who knows, maybe the next coin you discover will be your ticket to a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and keep hunting for those hidden gems. I'll see you in the next video. Alright, imagine this. You're digging through your old change jar, maybe looking for a couple of bucks for coffee, and boom, you come across a 1988 penny. You think, it's just a penny, right? Wrong. What if I told you that little copper coin could be worth a whopping $1.1 million? Yeah, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny, how to spot one, what makes it so special, and why collectors are willing to drop a small fortune on it. So, if you've ever thought your spare change was just pocket filler, think again, because one lucky penny could change your life. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be checking every penny you touch. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, what exactly is this rare penny, and why is it worth so much? The 1988 Lincoln penny was produced in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, pennies from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. That's pretty standard. But here's where it gets wild. Some 1988 pennies were struck using the wrong die. That's right, the 1989 reverse die was mistakenly used on some 1988 pennies, and that little mistake turned into a collector's jackpot. In the coin world, errors like this are like finding a four-leaf clover, except way more valuable. How to spot the $1.1 million penny now? You might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these goldmine pennies? Don't worry, I got you. Grab a magnifying glass or use your phone camera's zoom. You're gonna want to look at the FG initials on the reverse of the penny, right next to the Lincoln Memorial. On a normal 1988 penny, the letters FG, for Frank Gasparo, the coin's designer, are spaced farther apart with a distinct shape. But if you have the rare version, the FG is closer together and matches the 1989 design. It's a tiny difference, but that tiny detail is what separates a 1-cent coin from a $1 million payday. You might be thinking, okay, cool mistake, but why is it worth so much? Great question. This coin is extremely hard to find. Only a handful have been discovered, which means the demand is off the charts. Coin collectors love error coins, and when one is this rare, they're willing to pay big bucks for it. Every coin tells a story, and this one is a classic example of a minting blunder that turned into a legend. Now, not every 1988 penny will make you rich, but if you find one in mint condition, with that rare FG detail, you could be looking at life-changing money. My penny hunt gone wrong. Alright, let me tell you a quick story. A while back, I got super into coin collecting. I was checking my change at every gas station, annoying my friends by making them dump out their pockets. The whole thing. One day, I found an old, shiny 1988 penny, and I swear my heart skipped a beat. I was like, this is it. I'm rich. I grabbed my magnifying glass, checked the FG, and nope. Just a regular penny. I was crushed. But then I realized something. This whole hunt wasn't just about the money. It was fun, like a real-life treasure hunt. And guess what? A few months later, I actually found a valuable error coin. Not a $1 million one, but still worth a few $100. Moral of the story? Keep looking, because you never know where to sell your rare penny. Okay, let's say you're one of the lucky few who a great place to auction off your coin, but beware of scammers. Find a reputable coin shop and have them verify your find. A great way to meet serious collectors and possibly get top dollar. Heritage auctions or Stacksbowers. If your coin is truly valuable, these big name auction houses can bring in huge bids. If you think you found one, do not clean it. Even a little scrubbing can lower its value. Instead, put it in a protective case and get it professionally graded by PCGS or NGC. Alright, so we've covered a lot today: the story behind the 1988 no mint mark penny, how to spot one, why it's worth so much, and where to sell it. Now it's your turn. Go check your piggy banks, dig through your couch cushions, raid that old coin jar at your grandma's house, because who knows? You might just be sitting on a $1.1 million fortune without even realizing it. And hey, if you love learning about rare coins and hidden treasures, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. I'll be back with more tips, tricks, and crazy coin finds that could put money in your pocket. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we turn pocket change into treasure. Have you ever found a penny and thought, just 1 cent, nothing special? Well, hold on to your wallets, because today we're talking about a 1979 no mint mark Lincoln penny that sold for an unbelievable $1.2 million. Yeah, you heard that right, a single penny worth more than a house. Now, before you go flipping over every penny in your couch cushions, let me break down exactly what makes this coin so valuable. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know how to spot one, what errors to look for, and how you could cash in big time. And hey, if you love money-making tips and crazy coin stories, hit that subscribe button so you never miss out. Alright, let me tell you a quick story. A while back, I was digging through a box of old coins my grandpa left me. He always said, one day, these will be worth something. And of course, younger me was like, sure, Grandpa, whatever you say. Fast forward a few years, and I found myself getting into coin collecting. One day, I randomly checked some of those old pennies, and boom, I found one that looked different. Turns out, it was a rare penny from the 1970s. Sadly, not the $1 million one, but that moment made me realize just how underrated pennies can be. So, if you've ever dismissed those little copper coins, you might want to think twice. Now, let's talk about what makes this 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so valuable. The first thing you need to know is that pennies from 1979 were made at 3 different mints. The Philadelphia Mint didn't put a mint mark on their pennies, which is why this particular coin has no letter under the date. So, what makes one of these worth $1.20 million? A regular 1979 penny is worth, well, 1 cent. But certain rare error coins are where the big money is. Here are a few key errors that could turn your pocket change into serious cash. This means some letters and numbers on the coin appear doubled. If Liberty or In God We Trust look slightly blurry or stacked, you might be holding gold. Well, copper. Off-center strikes. If the coin's design is shifted way off to one side, collectors love these mistakes. The more off-center, the higher the value. This happens when a penny is struck without the proper retaining collar, making it look stretched or deformed. Weird-looking coins like these can fetch thousands. If you see raised bumps or blobs on the coin's surface, those could be die breaks, making it super collectible, and the granddaddy of them all, the pristine, perfectly preserved, nearly flawless version of this coin. If a 1979 no-mint mark penny is graded MS68 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC, that's where the $1.2 million price tag comes in. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, but how do I know if my 1979 penny is special? Great question. No, really. Look at the lettering, date, and Lincoln's face for any signs of doubling or errors. If the edges look weird or the design is off-center, that's a good sign. Some rare pennies were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning they might be lighter or heavier than a normal penny. A 1979 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If yours is drastically different, it could be a jackpot coin. Get it graded. If you think you have something valuable, send it to a professional coin grading company like PCGS or NGC. They'll tell you its official grade and value, the current market value. Okay, so let's talk numbers. While most 1979 pennies are only worth face value, error coins or high-grade examples can be shockingly valuable. 1 cent to $1 minor errors, small die cracks, slight off-centers, etc. $10 to $100 double die or major errors. $500 to $5,000 MS65 plus or rare mint condition versions. $10,000 plus the MS68 super rare example that sold for $1.2 million. A once-in-a-lifetime find. So yes, your spare change could actually be worth a fortune. Alright, my coin-loving friends, that wraps up today's deep dive into the 1979 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Who knew a simple penny could be worth over $1 million? Makes you want to go dig through that coin jar right now, doesn't it? Here's the deal, there are hidden treasures in our everyday money, and I'm here to help you find them. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, error hunting, and strategies to make money from your pocket change, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Also, let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories. Hey everyone! Have you ever found a penny on the ground and thought, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that a single 2018 Lincoln penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million? That's right, this little copper beauty could make you rich. So before you toss that spare change into the tip jar or leave it in your car cup holder to collect dust, stick around because you might be sitting on a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the 2018 Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, what to look for, and how you can cash in if you find one. I'll even share a wild story about how I almost missed out on a valuable coin in my own pocket. Trust me, you do not want to miss this one. Why is the 2018 Lincoln penny special? Now, most 2018 pennies are worth, well, a penny. No surprises there. But there are a few rare ones that can fetch serious cash. These valuable pennies usually have errors or unique features that make them highly collectible. There are 3 big reasons why a 2018 Lincoln penny could be worth a fortune. Some coins have misprints, double dies, or off-center strikes that make them super rare. A double die means the design was accidentally stamped twice, creating a blurry or doubled effect. Collectors go crazy for these. If your penny is in flawless condition, meaning no scratches, dings, or circulation wear, it could be worth big money, especially if it gets graded as MS67 or higher by a professional grading service. Rare composition. Although most 2018 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, there have been rumors of a few accidentally struck on older bronze planchets. If you find one of these, you're looking at serious cash. How to spot a valuable 2018 D penny. So, what should you look for? Here's a quick checklist. This means it was minted in Denver. Look for any weird doubling on the numbers or letters, especially Liberty in the year 2018. If it looks blurry or shadowed, you might have a double die. If you see doubling there, that's another jackpot sign. Use a magnifying glass or a coin microscope to check for tiny details. Sometimes, the difference between a common penny and a $1.3 million one is almost invisible to the naked eye. The story of how I almost threw away a valuable coin. Okay, let me tell you about the time I almost, and it still haunts me to this day. A few years ago, I was at a gas station, and I got some change back. I didn't even look at it, I just shoved it in my pocket like most people do. Later that day, I was about to drop my coins into a coin jar when something caught my eye. It was an older penny, and something about it looked different. I decided to check it under a magnifying glass, and guess what? It was a double die penny from 1972 worth hundreds of dollars. If I hadn't taken a second look, I would have just given it away as spare change. Since then, I've made it a habit to check all my pennies. And now, I'm telling you, check your 2018 D pennies before you spend them. A regular 2018 D penny in circulated condition is only worth face value 1 cent. However, if you have a high-grade version, values start jumping. An MS65 grade penny can go for $50 to $100. An MS67 grade penny can be worth $500 to $1000. And if you have a rare error coin or one in pristine condition, you're looking at the $1.3 million jackpot. That's why it's so important to check your change. You never know what's hiding in plain sight, alright? Now that you know how valuable a 2018 D Lincoln penny can be, what's the next step? Start checking your coins. Grab a magnifying glass, look at your spare change, and see if you've got a hidden fortune waiting to be discovered. And if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on rare and valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button, turn on notifications, and let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin before. Hey there, coin hunters. Imagine this, you're digging through an old coin jar, looking for some spare change for a coffee, and bam, you find a 1985 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. You're about to toss it back in the jar, but hold up, what if I told you that this little penny could be worth up to $1.4 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A single 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny has turned everyday folks into millionaires overnight. So today, we're diving into why this coin is so valuable, how to spot a rare one, and whether you might be sitting on a goldmine. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at your pennies the same way again. Alright, let's start with some quick backstory. The 1985 Lincoln penny was part of the Memorial Reverse series, meaning Good Ol' Abe is on the front, and the Lincoln Memorial is on the back. Most pennies from this year have a small D or S mint mark, meaning they were made in Denver or San Francisco. But here's where things get spicy, some 1985 pennies were made in Philadelphia without a mint mark. Normally, this isn't a huge deal, since Philadelphia generally didn't use mint marks back then. But here's the kicker, some of these coins were struck with an extremely rare minting error, making them insanely valuable. Not every 1985 no mint mark penny is worth big bucks. The ones that fetch top dollar have a few key features. Some pennies were struck twice, causing noticeable doubling in the letters, numbers, and even Lincoln's profile. If your coin has this error, you're in luck. Off center strike. If your penny looks like it had a bad day at the mint and part of the design is missing, that could mean big money. High grade condition. If your coin looks brand new with 0 scratches, it could be worth way more than a regular circulated penny. Wrong planchet error. Some pennies were accidentally struck on foreign coin blanks or nickel planchets, which makes them super valuable. One lucky collector found a 1985 no mint mark penny with a rare double die error, and it sold at auction for a whopping $1.4 million. That's right, a single penny turned into a dream payday. I once spent an entire weekend digging through rolls of pennies, convinced I'd find a rare one. I had my magnifying glass, my little checklist, and even some snacks because, priorities. After hours of searching, I finally found what I thought was a valuable double die penny. I was already planning my millionaire lifestyle, buying a yacht, moving to an island, maybe even buying a pet tiger, because why not? But then I took it to a coin shop, and guess what? It was just a regular old penny with a smudge on it. Yep. My dreams of a private jet? Gone. But hey, that's the thrill of coin hunting. You never know when you'll hit the jackpot, and that's what keeps us coming back for more. How to check if you have a $1.4 million penny. Alright, so you're probably itching to check your change right now. Here's what you need to do. Those tiny errors can be hard to spot with the naked eye. Look at Liberty, the date, and Lincoln's profile. If the letters look blurred or doubled, you might have a winner. If the design isn't perfectly centered, it could be a rare error. A normal penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could be a rare wrong planchet error. Visit a coin dealer or auction house. If you think you've got something special, get an expert opinion before selling. How to sell your valuable penny and avoid getting scammed. If you do find a rare 1985 no mint mark penny, don't just sell it to the first buyer you find. Some shady dealers will lowball you faster than a used car salesman. A professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC will authenticate your coin and give it a grade listed on reputable auction sites. Heritage Auctions, Stacksbowers, and eBay, for verified sellers, are good options. Don't rush. The rarer the coin, the more collectors will be willing to pay. Wait for the right offer. Alright, folks, that's a wrap. Who knew that a simple 1985 no mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth $1.4 million? It just goes to show you should always check your change. Maybe that penny in your pocket right now is your ticket to an early retirement. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more tips on valuable coins and coin hunting strategies. And hey, if you've ever found a rare penny, or if you've had a coin hunting fail like me, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Alright, imagine this: you're digging through your couch cushions looking for some spare change to grab a coffee, and bam! You pull out a regular old penny. Nothing special, right? Just another piece of copper that most people wouldn't think twice about. But what if I told you that tiny, unassuming penny could be worth $1.5 million? Yeah, you heard me right. A single 2013 no mint mark Lincoln penny has hit the jackpot in the collector's world. And guess what? It's out there, waiting to be found, maybe even in your own pocket. Stick around, because today, we're diving deep into why this penny is so valuable, how to spot one, and most importantly, how you can turn your spare change into serious cash. Trust me, by the end of this video, you're never gonna look at pennies the same way again. Okay, let's break it down. The 2013 Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, you'll find a little letter under the year, P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. But if you stumble upon one with NO mint mark, congratulations, you might be holding something extraordinary. This rare penny is valuable due to a major minting error that made it into circulation. In a nutshell, a small batch was struck on the wrong planchet, creating a unique variation that collectors are scrambling to get their hands on. So, how did this penny go from being worth a single cent to a whopping $1.50 million? Well, a lucky collector found one in pristine condition, got it professionally graded, and when it hit auction, boom! A bidding war broke out, and the final hammer price? $1.5 million. Now, before you start frantically checking your piggy bank, let's talk about how to spot one and make sure you don't accidentally spend your golden ticket on a vending machine snack. How to identify a valuable 2013 no mint mark penny. If there's NO letter under the year, you're off to a great start. The best ones are in mint state condition, meaning no scratches, dents, or signs of heavy circulation. Some rare versions have doubling on Lincoln's face or lettering. These errors can skyrocket the value even further. If you think you've got a winner, send it to PCGS or NGC, big coin grading companies, to confirm its authenticity and value. My own close call with a valuable penny. I once had a near miss moment that still haunts me. A few years back, I found a penny that looked a little off. No mint mark, super shiny. I was convinced it was something special. But did I take the time to check it? Nope. I tossed it into a coin jar and accidentally spent it at a gas station. Fast forward a few months, I started learning more about valuable coins, and guess what? That very penny I let slip away could have been worth thousands. I still lie awake at night thinking about the cashier who unknowingly scored my lost treasure. Where to sell a valuable 2013 penny? Alright, so let's say you've hit the jackpot. You found the holy grail of pennies. What now? Big-time collectors flock to places like Heritage Auctions and Stacksbowers. A solid option, but be careful of scams. Always use a verified coin dealer to authenticate it first. Local coin shops and conventions are great places to meet collectors and get an estimate on your penny's value. Places like CoinTalk or PCGS forums have experts who can help you determine if your penny is the real deal. So, there you have it. That humble little penny in your pocket could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Next time you get some change back, Don't just toss it aside, inspect every single coin because you never know what hidden treasure might be sitting right in front of you. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on valuable coins, rare finds, and money-making strategies, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin.